Hey, my Valentine forever.
Hi, my forever Valentine.
How are you?
Um, I just feel very illuminated and
Would you say
also
awakened?
I would say awakened.
Like
How
this?
about you?
I was gonna say, yeah, I feel like what we're gonna go there today on is about this overwhelming sense of having a great awakening. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we came up with that term, it's something that you can look into for yourselves. It's happening.
Yeah. And a lot of people, if you feel angry or sad or frustrated or just
Confused.
mad, all of those are really valid feelings with everything that's going on in the country and in the world right now.
Yeah.
So I just want you all to actually do hold on to those feelings. Of course, as much as you need to for your peace of mind, find the things that like give you comfort in
Like a hot tea, like a nice hot
yeah,
herbal tea.
yeah,
Yeah.
in the healthy way, not the unhealthy ways. I mean, where we are in our healing journey, we haven't been like drinking alcohol and stuff for like a hot minute. We get that
Yeah.
it may be something that some people still use to cope, but like
Hmm.
if you are on that healing journey, wherever you are, just moderation. If you're not there completely or not at all, find those healthy things. Again, like there's a lot of things that we've practiced and that we teach and stuff as well that helps with that.
Yeah, and it's starting where you are. I think that's the whole point of being able to be awakened, being like you actually have to just start.
Yeah, open your
Open
eyes.
your eyes. Yep, stretch your little arms out.
Mm-hmm.
When you're starting to see that, huh, this what this person is saying isn't really aligned with the feeling that I'm getting when I'm around them. Is this for real? Questioning these things as we're talking about the very end of the snake.
Yeah, so this episode will be aired on the final day of the year of the
Yeah.
snake. And one of the questions I asked you, I'm just like, okay, so this has been the year of the snake. Does it mean that it's going to be over for all the snakes?
Or is it, yeah, it's going to be the year where it may not be for the snakes. If that's where you're at, and you haven't decided to shed those layers that no longer feel like you, um, because you can feel that. You can feel that shift when it happens. It just starts to feel a little bit icky. Like I know with myself, if I'm around anyone and then they just start gossiping about other people, that's when I feel that ick, that I'm
Yeah.
like, ooh, this doesn't feel good. Because again, I may have entertained that when I was younger, right? We all have at points.
Yeah.
And that, comes with a lot of insecurities. And again, not being awake, not healing. Once you are on that train, gossip's like one of the first things to go where I just like, I can't even stomach it,
Mm-hmm.
because if it's being said to you, it's being said about you as well. It just
Yeah.
doesn't feel good. So,
No, definitely
yeah.
does not. And I think also with the year of the fire horse coming in, it's like all of the things that you've held on to, it's like it's just gonna like propel you more into that direction. So like if there are things you needed to shed and you didn't, then you're gonna take that into the new year and it's just very much like momentum is building on those things.
Yeah. Like even Chansey knows, like he's stepping into his most authentic version, being
Yeah.
very sweet with the extra cuddles.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, yeah, let's talk about the fact that we set up an event, would be our second event
Mm-hmm.
here at the studio, and the fact that we're not going to be in this physical space for much longer.
Yeah.
That's a whole emotional kind of thing on its own. But essentially, what we planned with this place, we're going to continue to do once we're not here. But yeah, just having that sense of community. And I really loved the different things that we were planning for Galentine's. I loved all the creativity that you put into that game.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
all the things that we really wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. To
And
connect with other people, to
yeah,
network, because I mean, I'm sure you've done it too. In whenever you get the opportunity, is like somebody probably reached out to you because they needed a specific talent or something, and you were able to like connect them to the right person. and it's like, they were able to make a living or earn some money off of that. And it's like those things happen with me. Like people reach out to me for stuff, and it's like I thought being here, like meeting a lot of people, and as they were seeing about healing themselves through the space that we've created, it wouldn't just be that benefit, but it would be so much more that like trickles down into other areas of their lives, where I could be like, oh, like they do this as a side
Mhm.
hustle, and like I am that type of person that calls people's names in rooms that they haven't been invited to as yet. So it is very sad,
Yeah.
disappointing to have not had it been the way reality was here for us in Tobago with having this space.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't have said that better myself. The word that kept coming up for me, especially like the last few weeks, is disappointed. I definitely feel that disappointment in my heart, in my soul, with friendships that I've had to say goodbye to, for my safety.
Yeah.
Again, that's that shedding the versions of myself that would have made myself so uncomfortable just to kind of get along, even if it went against my core values and
Oh
again
yeah.
made me feel not safe. So that was really hard. It was really hard to say bye to a lot of those people. But then, starting what we started here, I was just like really excited to do that with you and bring more of that energy in. And then it unfortunately, yeah, I guess wasn't always as genuine as it seemed to be.
Yeah, and
And
I think a lot of parts of this great awakening is realizing how much Tobago, I believe, based on my lived experience here more than Trinidad, is like how deep Tobago is in the patriarchy, like
mhm,
deep within it. Like we literally had a meeting with the landlord people here who manage the property, and this man mansplained to us for the better part of half of the meeting after
yeah,
being late and not apologizing for it, about what is an interior wall and an exterior wall.
yeah.
And literally his definition that he took a whole half an hour for was not like the official definition. If you just look online at something, and it's like just like trying to avoid responsibility. And then a week later, having one of the other people who was in the meeting, a woman, literally say, call me and ask what was the purpose of like an email I sent after, kind of concluding what were our
Intentions
intentions
about
and
it. Yeah.
stuff, and what we've concluded after that meeting. And I was just like, yeah, literally that. Literally what we said in the email is what we meant. And then she's like, so how do you want me to respond or something like that? And I was just like, if you want to respond, you could respond via the email, but I am just saying what we are doing, that kind of thing. And then she like got angry, and she's like, oh, you want to say that to my
Say that to my
face? You want to
face.
say that to my face?
Yeah.
I was like it just got like very hostile for no
Yeah.
reason.
And honestly, going off of that, the hostility that even women are giving off, it's even so much more. And then that's where that disappointment really hurts because, again, this space, like we intentionally painted these walls pink and all of that, really wanted to bring that feminine quality to it. And the saddest thing is, first of all, thank you to everyone who is watched. This is our 10th episode.
Oh yeah,
So
thank
gratitude for
you.
that.
Yeah.
The disappointment aside from some people, we really do have so much gratitude for the
Yeah.
fact that the people that this is reaching, and that's what we continue to do this and will
Yeah.
continue to do this for. So
Yeah.
big
Thank you
shout
so
outs for that.
much.
Thank you.
And also the people who do like have made donations to what we do here, what we're all about. Like thank you as well so much.
Yeah. So, but the back to the disappointment, the episode that has gotten the least views from last I checked is the one on being a girl's girl. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that just kind of shows you where we are in society right now, where we are amongst the patriarchy, in the patriarchy, very heavy into it. Like, just doesn't feel like that kind of feminist energy that we are cultivating.
Yeah, you
So
would quicker come to a man's defense than to a fellow woman's defense. And it's like I've experienced that on so many levels, and in somebody's boyfriend literally sexually assaulting me, and me coming like confronting him about it, and then like actually speaking to the girlfriend and being like, um did he tell you what happened? And she basically repeated, I guess whatever he would say, but like in a way that almost like diminished what happened, like
mhm,
couldn't call it for exactly what it was.
mhm.
And you know, it would be if that was it, and you know, you decide to stick by a man, that would be another thing. But like, I had a very close-knit relationship with this person, and literally just wanted all ties removed. So when I reached out to her to kind of like have that arranged for him to meet me and like, you know, settle everything, basically being met with a contract in front of my face saying like, oh, if you want me to no longer be in your life or whatever, like you have to sign this thing that basically says that you can't badmouth me and that sort of thing. Like it's so disgusting, like the level of
The level of like where people are willing to cover things up,
yeah.
and not want to see the truth, and that's what the Great Awakening is to get rid of. Because like let me go there on the freaking Epstein files and everything that is going on right now. It honestly like disgust is another D that comes up for me because I don't understand have like whether you're a parent or not a parent, but especially if you are.
Hmm.
So you have children, you see what is going on, what is actively and has been going on for so many children. So many other parents are dealing with this, but because it's not under your roof, you're able to just turn a blind eye. You're able to say you're really okay with how things are, and like none of it is bothersome enough to actually wake up to it,
Yeah, it's like
to actually
real
try and stop it.
is realizing that we are not free until we're all free, and the systems of oppression literally just squeezes the life of out of one group, and if there's nothing more to be received from them, they're just gonna move on to the next. And is will you only care until it's at your doorstep, which is
It's
where
really
a lot
sad.
of people
I mean,
are.
that's like the episode of last week with narcissism, right? So it's like it's an epidemic where so many people really, I don't know that they're clinically narcissists, but they definitely have those traits. I can tell you what they're not is people that have empathy, like deep empathy,
Yeah.
because there is no way that you can hear and see these things that are happening and still be okay with the corruption and with the cover ups of it. Yeah, like I don't understand how we live in a world like this that is just so much more concerned with turning ourselves into cartoon characters, that honestly we could go and pay an actual artist to go do. I've
Yeah,
had caricatures done before. That's great. Go support your local artists, like
exactly.
instead of just lining the billionaires pockets even further and deeper. And yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, let's talk about AI for a second. It tells kids to like basically kill themselves.
Yeah.
It develops like psychosis. There are tons more cases of like depression and mania in people right now who are like constantly on these like chatbot services.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and it's like destroying the planet. Like, how many more reasons do you need to
To
not
just
use
not use
it?
it. Like you weren't using it before and life was just like
Yeah,
happening. And
before they try to force it down our throats
yeah.
even more, because I mean now Google overview is like an AI thing.
Hmm.
It's like they are constantly trying to like make this normal, and it's not normal, and like we
Yeah.
need to stop. And the more we dive into this like digital and fake world, the less like we care about the
Yeah.
things that are real. It takes so much from people to like actually really check in with like their friends anymore.
and what a check-in even really is, you
Yeah.
know, because I feel like maybe we should define what it means to actually check in with someone and what it doesn't. What it doesn't is when you just have something that you're wanting to get from this person, and so you're finding the right words. Maybe even ChatGPT helped you to form the sentence. And so when your friend, you know, responds back, if they share with you that they're hurt or they share with you their actual real feelings, and you rather either twist it around or completely ghost them, understand that that wasn't a check-in.
Yeah. Also, like so many people have just like ghosted me
Mm.
since like I've been speaking more authentically, which just means that they are not authentic people. Because like how are you gonna tell me that I post a video talking about my history with abuse and then you see me in person and you're like, yeah, like that was a really great thing you did. I've actually seen more women speak about their stories and stuff. And then also know that's like the whole purpose of what we've created here at the pole point. Like I literally got so much strength that I never had before in my life because of my pole practice. And again, that's why I brought it here. And you're like, yeah, like I know some people who are maybe interested or whatever. 2 weeks go by or so, no new forms filled out or anything, but that's their decision. Cool. I reach out to the said person to be like, oh yeah, so like you mentioned there were a couple women that you've also seen who have posted videos about their history with abuse and stuff. Like like could you send me those videos or whatever? Like I would like to connect with those people. Silence. It's been over a month. Like are people just like mama guy and mama guy and like me or something? Like that's so crazy. Like how could you pretend that you're for woman and then you just ghost when somebody literally asks you like to share a video?
Yeah, because if it wasn't trending or it wasn't caught on camera or someone didn't see it, and that's where, again, that's why this awakening has to happen now, because it needs to be authenticity over AI. It's at the point where it's make or break. Like we are losing a lot of people for a lot of different reasons. Like we already said, there's the environment that's kind of important, and people are just kind of just bypassing it, like it's no big deal. Yeah, there's the fact that I remember seeing something on, there was like a 6-year old that got exact instructions on how to commit suicide. AI is now adding on AI porn. Like that's going to be great for, you know, young boys and men into society and what that's going to do for
Yeah,
women.
and
And
it's like already talking about how the patriarchy is here in Tobago and the world on the whole. And it's like, okay, find a new way to objectify women or like literally not even need women in that case. And that's only just gonna drive the male epidemic of loneliness even more. And when women don't support other women too, guess what? Women are gonna have like a loneliness epidemic unless like you really have those people. And like kind of going off that topic too, like someone reached out to me recently to say that like I inspired them to like move to Tobago. Like they haven't moved yet or whatever. And now I'm just kind of like, I hope you have like a really good support
yeah.
system here because I thought I did and I don't. And like we had this Valentine's Day like events planned, to try to connect with other women, and it's like crickets. So
Yeah, these are the gals that showed up. So, and we're the gals that are always going to show up.
yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, obviously, we're speaking directly to you. You're here. You're supportive. So we definitely appreciate that. It's like sending this to your friends, people that you feel are, you know, on that kind of same similar type of path and wanting to do it, but maybe not knowing all the ways. Like we're totally understandable that we've all started our healing journeys at different times, and so we're going to be at different places in it. But it's the people that don't want to start at all, right? So it's like if you know that that's where some people are at, honestly, for your sanity, kind of just let them,
Yeah.
because it's one of those where you don't want to bring yourself down to try and help lift others. We just all need to kind of like do it together.
Yeah.
But everybody needs to be willing. Everybody
Yeah.
needs to literally do the
And
waking up part on
it
their own.
it only is worth it if the people who you're doing it with can be held accountable. If they don't want to be held accountable, or like they make excuses when you like try to pull them up,
Yeah.
then they're just being performative. I'm
Yes.
watching you.
Yeah, and we got Chansey thinks he's gonna take over as DP here.
Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely been a lot, and even like with the Epstein files, I wrote a poem that I have submitted for a feminist Caribbean group recently, so we'll see if that gets published or not.
Yeah, it will.
Um, called "My Abuser is Dead," and I think with everything going on with the Epstein files and stuff as well, it's like you would rather protect an old dead man than believe the story of victims and like protect like it's just so horrendous that no like people are they need so much to believe the victims who are
They
still
need to be
living.
the victim in order to believe the victims, and that's just really sad. And that's what I mean, like empathy out the window. And I can't understand any parent, like why does that need to be your kid? Why can't that be like your kid's friend? Why can't, like, I don't understand how these children are being overlooked. Everything going on with ICE, like we were talking about with, the Italians are like beating the
Fuck
shit
out
out
of
of them as
here.
they should, right? And it's like, no, but Americans are just like, yeah, I'm fine with Trump and I'm fine the way that America is. What do you mean?
Yeah, like
Like,
literally a Canadian saw you the other day and they were like,
oh
I'm
yeah,
so sorry for what's going on in the country. Like,
yeah.
it's an embarrassment at this point.
No, it absolutely is. Like that's, and again, part of that whole shedding and what you were talking about, how there's not really snakes that are poisonous here in
Oh,
Tobago. They're in Trinidad, but
yeah, so if you don't know, there are poisonous snakes in Trinidad, but there are no poisonous snakes in Tobago. And I honestly feel that like a lot of the venomous snakes that exist here
they're
are
in the
in
human
human
meat
form.
suits. Yeah.
They are in human form. Like to the amount of betrayal I've received from people that I've trusted since moving here, it's not normal.
No, it's not.
It's
Yeah.
unbelievably like it's like shaken me to my core um to have trusted so many people who to have lifted mountains for people who wouldn't lift a finger for you.
Yeah. Well, people that, we considered us family, and it just wasn't what it was. It was like, again, I go back to when you are in a room full of people and they are talking negatively about someone every time that you happen to be around them, understand they're probably doing that. And it's like, it's a hard pill to swallow because, again, when you would do anything for these people and go to bat for them, and then realizing that, the friendship was never really there, it was kind of just to get intel, just to kind of like
And
paint
yeah, just
paint a
like to
different kind of picture,
but like also to be like their jester in a way.
Yeah,
But that's because they have nothing going on with their lives.
yeah. So
Yeah,
get a
so
cat.
it's like yeah, really pay attention to who is being performative. And I feel like a good place to start is like who are the people obsessed with AI right now.
Yeah,
And I mean obviously a lot more things like social media on a whole. Like if you if we normalize only having the highlights up and the reels of like the best moments, and we know how bad that is for the human psyche, why would we not try to be more real online? Like,
yeah. And
yeah,
even if it's not necessarily online, but I guess it's still like through text messages, through phone
well,
calls that you
yeah,
have, through
that
any
too.
kind of interactions that you are having, if your so-called friends are, again, it goes back to the whole check-in thing, if they're texting you and they're actually saying like, hey, can we have a catch up, like I really miss you, and honestly like months turn into a year or more, then that's not real, especially if you've changed your profile picture 17 times, seen the stories, seen all that stuff, but you're not even able to answer like a heartfelt message. Yeah, really check yourself there, because that's something that's very easy for you to do if you don't know where to start. It's like, just be honest and just be authentic. Don't don't ask ChatGPT for how you should respond. Just actually, like, use your heart, use your mind. Like, hopefully that's still connected, and just be real with people. You
Yeah,
can be kind, but you can also be real.
exactly. Authenticity is where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, every episode for us is pretty personal, and this one is no different. Like, I really am still trying to get all the words to talk about my time here in Tobago.
Yeah.
Definitely been very eye opening, and it's like also with the patriarchy and women taking care of the needs of men before themselves. It's like someone else that I know like is wasn't like physical, like you could see the physical pain that they were in, yet are they going to do what needs to be done to like fix those things? Like again, I like mentioned that I'm a certified Pilates instructor. Pilates is a correctional form of exercise that works to reduce feelings of aches and pains in the body. Even if like you have low lower back pain. Yeah, I mean, you have like chronic lower
Yeah.
back pain. Like she is, she has been to doctors who could actually specify what she has, and even with that, like you've been like experiencing all the things that we've done here in the studio, and it's
Yeah.
helped you so much. But it's like even specifically with Pilates, like if you have non-specific lower back pain, the types of every class that we do, the types of exercises, it's meant to correct those things through movement and through helping you get better posture. So it's like, why would you not want to see about yourself? Like, why would you not want to make yourself feel better?
Because
Like,
they're still sleeping. That's why we say just wake up. and
yeah,
and
like
it
just
doesn't need
wake
to
up.
be everything. And that's the thing, is like, I feel sometimes people stop themselves from healing because they're just like, oh my gosh, that's too much, it's overwhelming. And it's like, we're not here to sugarcoat that it's easy. It's not easy,
It's not easy.
but it's a lot easier if you take one step every day. You just do one thing that is leading you to that next way. And
Yeah,
honestly, just how how miserable is a life that you have to kind of keep up appearances, that you just can't be yourself, like,
yeah,
as we're talking with it being Valentine's and everything. And it's like we were saying, is like, this is the only relationship where it's like I can fully be 100% myself and know, like, I am safe and I am loved and everything. And people, that's like what we want people to experience. But it has to start with you. You have to
yeah.
feel safe and loved. You have to, and to do that, it's like, are you safe and loved if you're around people that are so called your loved ones, your friends, your family, and you're not able to speak your truth? You're not
Mm-hmm.
able to actually say, what you did and what you said, or what you didn't do and what you didn't say really hurt my feelings.
Yeah, and sometimes we're scared to do those things. One, that tells us that we really aren't safe for them. But two, sometimes we just don't even allow ourselves to like really fully internalize what we're feeling and embody that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
And
we're just numbing.
yeah, because we're just numbing, and like that is so like awful, like to do that.
It's dangerous because whatever it is, whatever traumas, and you don't have to have, like, as severe as me with my CPTSD diagnosis, you don't have to have been abused as a child. Anything of just living on this planet for long enough, you're going to have things that have wounded you.
Yeah.
And it's like, the more that we just don't want to face it because that's painful, the more painful it becomes as you get
That's
older. And then
true.
it's like, you have all these people that you've had, and then once you finally do awaken and realize, well, they never actually had my back. I
Mm-hmm.
was there as a convenience to them
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like with that numbing and not allowing yourself to feel what you want to feel, it also like makes it just what is it, how am I trying to like say this? It makes it, I don't know, I think I lost my train of thought
That's okay. We'll
there.
get on another train. But yeah, like, worthy and value yourself enough to know that you can be you, and that's enough for people to like and love you and want to be around you.
Yes.
And guess what, if they don't, find the people that do. Don't keep on giving that energy to the ones that don't. And I feel like this is, again, going off of like the extreme of being with a narcissist, it doesn't have to just be that. It just has to be like, why surround yourself with people that do not have your back
And
when
it's
you
the
deserve to
best
have
feeling.
that.
Like
It is.
you taught me how valued I am just for being me, and I love you
Yeah.
so
I love
much.
you so much. And we love all of you, and we want you to, like, pour that into yourself, pour that into your people. It's a really scary time, not gonna sugarcoat it. Like,
Yeah.
I think I'm like not crying now because I'm like might be cried out for like the day. It comes
I
in
love that
waves.
she's like more emotional, but I've been more
Just on,
emotional
on
on
camera,
camera.
I know.
Yeah.
It's the total opposite. Otherwise I'm just like like a hot mess.
Right, that's what I wanted to say, is that like when you numb yourself out, you're not connected to yourself, and then you really don't know how to be anything but superficial, because it's only as deeply as you can connect with yourself is as deeply as you can connect with other people. That's what I wanted to
Absolutely. Yeah. Well,
say.
see, it was worth it. Came around, we went back on the train, and we're at the station.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's kind of everything I really wanted
But
to. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I've been feeling. Just I see you with the ones that are on the healing journey, that are not giving up, that are
Mhm.
seeing how hard it is like all of us light workers are here, and we chose to be here, by the way. Like, we decided all of this during the darkest time. I know there was the dark ages and all that kind of stuff. No, this is pretty dark ages right here. But the more of us that find each other and have that community, whether it's just like a comment because something resonates, sending it to a friend, like getting this conversation going, because so many people are home alone thinking this. And again, maybe even have friends, but those friends are not ones that they can call up and have these conversations with. Maybe these friends are just the ones they go out drinking with, or maybe, that kind of thing. So, really kind of sit with yourself a bit more. Journal practicing is such a good thing that we both do. And it's something that I know that I need, because we just have like a bajillion thoughts on our minds all day. And
Yeah.
so you need to kind of get that out. But yeah, journaling, connecting with yourself, and then finding people that you feel safe to connect with, and just be real with people. Be
Mhm.
like, I feel like there's nothing worse. I know that's something for me is, call it like the being a product of divorced parents and all that kind of stuff. But I always have a problem not knowing where I stand with people. I don't care if people don't like me, truth be told. That's fine. We're not all meant to like each other and gel and get along. And it is special when you do have
Mhm.
that. But it's like, I never just want to wish somebody to fail, wish
Yeah.
somebody harm. Like, there is none of that in my heart at all. Like, I don't understand it,
Yeah.
as witchy as I am. Like, I'm not sitting here trying to make spells for that, other than like, I want this planet to heal. I
Yeah.
literally just want everyone to find healing in their hearts, because if they are happy, that doesn't take away from my happy. It just is so infectious. And then everyone around is, and then, oh, look, there's no war and all this kind
Yeah.
of stuff. But it's like, the more distracted we stay, the more our heads are down looking at our
Yeah.
phones, just getting AI to do everything for us and not using our brains. Like, all
Yeah.
of these stats now with Gen Z, and honestly, I feel a lot of millennials, is just like, we are actually getting dumber.
Yeah.
And,
In
like,
real time.
in real time, yeah, like, why are we not processing the information that's coming at us in the way it feels in our bodies, right? Like, I viscerally get sick when I see stuff to do with AI. I viscerally, and I mean, I am an HSP, so I am extra sensitive. I get that, but it's like, my third eye kind of goes off, where I'll get like a headache. Like, all of these things happen in my body. Like, that can't be for nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like, we all have that. We all have intuition. We all have, we know, like, when we do something and it's kind of shitty, because I definitely do shitty things. Like, I am a human, right? Like, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. And so, the second I like say something and I'm like, oh, I wish I didn't say that. Okay, like, own that.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing more endearing than like when somebody actually just takes ownership, apologizes for it, and then moves on.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to, the worst thing ever, because again, that's such gaslighting. And when you've been abused by a narcissist, it's very triggering. So it's like, don't, just ghost people. Don't, like, turn things around and make it about you when that's not what this was. Just,
Yeah.
like, actually listen to a person and just, like, process. Let them feel hurt by whatever it is, and just have some type of feeling about it to see that, check your human barometer or whatever. See how much
Right.
of you is still human. Like,
Yeah. And like connectedness is like such an important part of the human experience, right? Like I think there's a saying in like Swedish or something where it's like your your joy, like shared joy is like double joy, and like shared grief is like half the grief, because like you're like, like you're doing it together.
yeah, that's the
And
whole thing of community. Again, that is like what we wanted to create here. And like, it is sad that we're letting this physical space go, but it'll always be what we bring to whoever is ready to meet us
yeah.
where we
And
are.
like we're super grateful again. I'm not too sure if we would have mentioned her by name, but like Rianne, for like you coming here and seeing what we do, and then like inviting us to come to Dose Fit to do stretching classes. Rianne is the owner, I believe, owner of Tiptastic Nails, and she has a 14% discount all February long on nails. So if you into that sort of thing, and in the Scarborough area, definitely check her out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Cool.
thank you, girl, and thanks all of you for like tuning in and feeling connected to what we have to say. And we always love the opportunities to connect with you further than us just talking into the camera.
Yeah.
So yeah, like hit us up
If
in the
you think that you
comments.
feel connected to us, we feel the same. We feel connected to you. And again, we said we don't care if this was just two people it was going to impact. That makes a difference. Like, we don't, necessarily going for that. But obviously, we're trying to, like, help heal the world and leave it better than we found it. So we do want to reach as many people. And I'm sure you in your own world want to, have that kind of circle. Because that's the
Yeah.
thing, is like, if you feel drained when you're around certain people, pay attention to that. If you feel uplifted, pay attention to that. You are a culmination of the 5 people you spend the most amount of time with. So it's like, if you're hanging out with a whole bunch of grumpy people and you're wondering why you're feeling grumpy yourself, and could be the whole thing here. It's a small
Yeah.
small space, and when people are just wanting to, again, instead of talk about ideas, talk about other people, let that also be a red flag for you.
Yeah. I couldn't have said that better myself. And we will be like telling you more about how we will be transitioning out of this, of course, so that we can keep living and also keep doing the healing work that we've set out to do. So, yeah,
Yeah.
looking forward to the year of the fire horse. So,
Yeah, so
happy
let's all
old
wake
Chinese
up.
year.
Great awakening. We are going to be awake for, like, when you're just like want to stay up until midnight as a kid for the new year, is like, we are all, because you're here, so you are awakened. So we are waking up to welcome in the
Yeah.
Fire Horse New Year.
Yeah, it's gonna
So,
be epic and can't wait to ride the 5 horses together.
yes.
Yeah. So, bye. Thanks for tuning in.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.